Yo, this is all over the internet right now. Go ghost. Disappear for 6 months. Disappear for 12 months. Go ghost and build your life in silence. No, I don't think that's the best advice. And let me tell you why. Let's go. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Ryan Inspires, aka the little engineer that could, and welcome back to the YouTube channel where all I do is give practical advice to help engineer success in your life. So, let's get into this topic, right? I know you've seen it all over the internet. You might have seen it trending on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and it's people basically saying, go ghost. No, I'm okay with the concept of going ghost, but what I'm not okay with is how it is being communicated and how it could be received. Because when you say go ghost, I think that you can be telling people that it's okay to self isolate. And I could not disagree more with self isolation, especially for the periods of time that you're hearing people saying. Go goes for 6 months. Go goes for 12 months. Go goes and come back stronger. Now, the greatest human being, the most perfect human being to ever walk the earth, went into self-isolation at max that we know of for 40 days and 40 nights, right? And that's Jesus. When he was with his disciples, he would have gone to pray, and he would have come back. He would have done it for a couple of days or a day or night, whatever it is. But it was never for 6 months and 12 months. Like, who you think you're talking to when you say go ghost for 12 months? You're certainly not talking to people who have families depending on them. You're not talking to people who have friends depending on them. And you're surely not talking to anybody who has kids depending on them, because there's no way in this world that I can go ghost for 6 months or 12 months. No. I won't say everybody is communicating it that way, because there are some people that are communicating, I believe, the correct way. But I don't like the term go ghost, because it could make people think that you're supposed to be cutting everyone off and just focusing on getting money, focusing on getting your body right, focusing on getting your mental right, focusing on you. And while I agree with doing it, I don't agree with self-isolating to do those things. So I won't necessarily say go ghost, because we as humans, we weren't meant to be in self-isolation. We weren't meant to be alone. We were meant to do life together in community with one another. If you don't believe me, then why do they put prisoners in solitary confinement as a punishment? Yeah, they separate them from all human contact as a punishment. So why would you do that to yourself, right? So I've been trying to figure out how I want to communicate this. And I figured, let me start by saying, if you self-isolate for some periods of time, I think it is beneficial, right? But 6 months, a year, there are people who are looking at those videos and thinking, okay, I need to cut off all the people I have in my life. I need to just be hyper focused on this one thing, these two things, these two goals, whatever it is, and just be by myself. While I know that's not the sentiment of the people who are communicating these things, they do want you to focus on, they're basically saying to kill the distraction, right? Let's be real. They're saying kill the distraction, kill the noise, which is a better way of communicating that, in my opinion. But saying go ghost has this connotation that you're supposed to self-isolate. Now, if you are thinking about self-isolating or going ghost, what I believe could happen in your self-isolation is that, okay, I'll ask this question. What are you running from when you decide to self-isolate? Are you running from distractions, or are you running from the people who hold you accountable? Are you running from the people who give you positive feedback? Are you running from the people who may even add balance to your life, right? Because you work so hard and they add this balance to your life of allowing you to remember to enjoy the moment, etc. So when you self isolate, you could really lose that accountability. You could really lose that balance that you get with interacting with others. The next thing that you lose is that community, right? Building those relationships. I even believe that you could become stagnant in self isolation because you're losing those relationships with people. You are now you don't really have people to challenge you. You don't have people to challenge your thoughts, you don't challenge your ideas, to push you, pull you in directions where you may not want to go, pull you out of your comfort zone. Now you're just you and your thoughts, and you could fall back into the same bad habits that you've always had. So you're self isolating, thinking, oh, I'm going to change these habits. When reality, you just sink further into these habits, you sink further into this way of thinking. You're not really doing any work on yourself. You're just focusing on one or two things that you believe is the direction you need to go in to get a better life at the end of this ghost period. And while I do believe that some people do isolate and work on themselves, a lot of people isolate and they're just going further in the wrong direction. You're going further into addiction, further into depression, further into because you don't have anybody to pull you. You don't have mentors, you don't have wise counsel, you don't have a community to help pull you in the right direction, shift your mindset, shift your thinking, and really help you, right? So that part of self isolation really, you need to make sure that you're not just going further into your bad habits in this period of self isolation. And the most important thing I believe we miss when we self isolate, let's say you do go ghost for 6 months, you really miss the opportunity to be there for other people. And as I said, right, like people who have others counting on them, whether it be friends, family, kids, community, institutions, counting on them. When you're not there, like if you just decide, okay, I'm gonna go ghost for 6 months, you stop contacting friends, stop contacting families, like those relationships are broken. You don't know what those people may be going through or have gone through in those 6 months to 12 months that you were going ghost to work on yourself. And now you lost the opportunity to be there for them, to actually go through something with them, to be a shoulder for them to cry on, to be there for them in a time of financial, spiritual trouble, because you were ghost, right? So that's why I don't like this go ghost idea. I do like when it's explained as you can go ghost, but it's for a time period. It's not for, like, it's okay to, like, we all need time to recharge. We need time to step back, and we need time to think, and we need time to work on ourselves. But it shouldn't be for an extended period of time where it's hurting genuine friendships, it's hurting genuine relationships, it's hurting genuine people that you have in your life, or it's hurting even you, where you're now stagnant because you don't have other people around to help you grow. So instead of, okay, I'm gonna go ghost for 6 months, 12 months, here's what I think you should be doing, right? Number one, you should be setting boundaries. If you set boundaries and let people know, hey, yo, I can't meet up this week or next week, or I can't meet up for this month because I'm going to be working on this, that's cool. But you keep that line of communication open and you say, okay, all right, I won't see you this month, but I'll see you next month. I'm trying to focus on this month, or I'm trying to focus on this for 2 weeks. That is one of the things you can do. Set those boundaries and keep that line of communication open. Keep those relationships open. Because I'm telling you right now, Any one of my friends come and say, like, not even come and say, they ghost me per se, ghost our friendship for 6 to 12 months, and you come back, it's going to be a different dynamic. I know it's easier for dudes when they don't see each other for 6 to 12 months and it's like nothing happened, but it's never without talking at all, right? There's always check ins, there's always something. And even if, believe it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, the dynamic is definitely different after a long period of time without interacting with each other. The next thing I believe that we should do is to focus and get grounded spiritually, mentally, physically. And to do that, you may need to step back, you may need to recharge, and you may need to, get in the word. You may need to go to church, whatever it is you need to do. But make sure you're getting your mind and your finances and your spiritual life focus. Make sure you're being grounded in those areas. If you're grounded in those areas, then you would be able to move forward and not have to go ghost to build yourself in silence, right? The last thing that you need to do is lean on your community. So instead of going ghost, this is quite the opposite. Leaning on community, like in Proverbs, I believe 27, it says that iron sharpens iron. You need to be around, like, as much as you don't believe, there are certain people that you need to be around. So build a tight circle, trusted circle. Get those mentors, get those coaches, get those people that you need in your life to help you get to the next level. And lean on those people, learn as much from them, and allow people to be there for you as much as you are there for other people. If you are able to lean on your community, then you're able to, again, sharpen yourself, because iron sharpens iron. So instead of going ghost and building your life in silence, that is another way you can go to really help build yourself up and move to that next level. And I will say this, like, don't go ghost. Let's say this, right? Don't go ghost. Let's go Casper. So we still go in and have our little reflections, and even if we need to take a step back and take a couple of days for ourselves, we're still gonna be friendly and pop up and still communicate and still keep that interaction with people and still leaning on community, set boundaries, and all these things. So we're not gonna go ghost, we're gonna go Casper. I strongly believe that we as a society need to stop this whole self-isolation thing and really get back to community vibes, community love, community unity, because that's what's going to actually push each other forward and push positivity and push the community forward, not self-isolation. Again, we never seen Jesus self-isolate for 6 months to a year before doing what he needed to do, or before to level up his life. Like, we could take an example from that and self-isolate for a couple of days, whatever we need to do, but it doesn't mean cutting everybody off and just being a hermit in a bubble by yourself. So I will leave you with this, right? If you still think that life is all about you, then you're thinking about life the wrong way. Life is not just about you. It's about making an impact on others, right? God didn't send you here with all these talents, with a purpose for you to just live life for you. That's why self-isolation is so dangerous. So, my question to you is, if you were ever thinking about going ghost, what opportunities do you think you could possibly miss out on? Not just opportunities for you, but opportunities to be there for other people if you do go ghost for 6 months or 12 months. So think about that And yo, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to share this with others who may be thinking about going ghost as well. And it's your boy Ran Inspires, your mindset engineer. I really hope that this video helps shift your mindset as it goes, as we think about self isolation, as we think about going ghost. So, all the best on your self discovery, all the best on your journey of becoming a better you. And always remember to stay focused, stay inspired. And yeah, we're not going to go ghost, we're going to go Casper with friendly pop ups and remain in communication, and remain in connection with the ones that we love and the people who are meant to be in our lives. See you in the next video.